All right, what is up? Um, Trying out something a bit new. Will probably be the only time I'll do it 'cause it takes a lot of effort. So I've got to mush loads of clips together afterwards. But I'm gonna kind of do like a live trading sort of thing. Not the whole thing, but I'll like just clip clip bits together. Um, it is 2 o'clock. Just sat down. I've been for a run today. I've been shopping, food shopping. Yeah. So today is the first day on my 50k top step challenge. So that means today I will be ideally risking anywhere between $250 to $500, which is between 0.5% and 1%. Ideally on the lower end of the spectrum. So I will be trading on the micro charts for both MES and MNQ. Um, and I do have a 5 contract trading limit on this top step account. And because it's with Tradeovate, that doesn't change. So 5 contracts maximum. Um, yeah, let's get right in. So on the 4 hour. Oh, that is very much in the wrong place. There we go. Okay, so 4 hour. ES has just took out these 4 hour highs, which is interesting. Um, Something worth keeping in mind, or both indexes have just taken out 4 hour highs. We have got 4 hour lows there. What are we looking at on the hourly? Right, okay. Hourly lows. Yep, similar on both. And hourly fair value gap there. And same on NQ. Could potentially be seeing moves up into here today on NQ. ES is not quite in there yet. Either. That could be something. And also we've got those 4 hour highs up there, which aren't 4 hour highs on NQ, only hourly highs on NQ. And at the same time, 8, 9, 8, 9. Could be looking for an SMT maybe. ES is quite a lot closer to him. Maybe you can see complete legs up and then moves lower, or we just see moves lower down there for the first as well. 15-minute lows there. That's pretty much it, really. I can't envision much else. That's all I'm really looking at. We've got no news again today. Tomorrow is CPI and Thursday's PPI, so it could be again quite a slow day. Just could be just like yesterday. Yesterday was just moves up, moves down. Unsure on that, but we will see. Looking at this 4 hour candle, we've got 50 minutes left. It could be breaking 4 hour structure. The next 4 hour candle could be like a big wick down, maybe taking out these lows and then moves higher, or just coming up, wicking higher, then coming down again. If we look at the daily quickly, not really giving us much. So it's chop, really. We're definitely within equilibrium of this range on both indices, yeah. Ugh. We're definitely within equilibrium of this range. So legs higher wouldn't be an issue, but we're not really focused on the daily. Yeah, we're not really focused on that. We have got. I'm not going to bother marking those out. Really, they've got a very high time frame SMT, I believe, 6:10 on Monday 12th. Yeah, you see, NQ has took those 4 hour lows. ES hasn't, so that's a very high time from SMT just to keep in mind. Very high time frame bullish SMT. It's worth keeping that in mind. Yeah, I can't see much else happening on hourly imbalance. That hasn't. Where did I draw that on from? I'm so confused. Let me get rid of that. Hourly imbalance there. Yeah, what was I look? I'm gonna watch that back. Where did I draw that on from? Was I just being stupid? Or was I not being stupid? Who knows? We've got no hourly imbalance on ES. Thank you, we have got a little one there. We have got 15-minute imbalances. It must have been a 30-minute imbalance. Silly me. Hourly imbalance, nothing on ES. 15-minute, we have just got low resistance imbalances there. We'll see what happens if we come down and fill this hourly for value gap. We're waiting for a 5-minute retrace, then moves higher up to here. We come down, take out this low resistance liquidity. We'll still be looking for a 5-minute retrace because we've pushed through this, then to go higher. We come down to here, then 5-minute retraces, moves up. There'll probably be liquidity if we move down into here or to these lows. There'll be liquidity generated here that we can target from longs back up. Or we just get legs higher into this imbalance, maybe fill it, maybe take out these highs, 5-minute retraces back down to these low resistance imbalances there. That is what I'm looking for. I will see you when market opens. Yeah. Just quickly, I realized I was talking about an hourly imbalance here and here, but it was actually a 30-minute imbalance. I've realized for somehow today, everything I just said in that first clip for the hourly was actually the 30-minute, and I'm absolute fool. So we've got hourly and 4-hour lows here, an hourly for value gap on NQ, ES, 4-hour and hourly lows, and then that's it. We've got 15-minute low resistance lows all down here, and a 15-minute imbalance. NQ, 15-minute low resistance lows down there. And then over here, there's this hourly fair value gap has already been invalidated. ES, the same. So what I'd be looking for, maybe NQ, there is a more prominent 15-minute fair value gap up there that we could come into. There we go. ES hasn't really got one. It is, in fact, very tiny. But there is no hourly fair value gap over here. I was being a fool. The only thing we've got up here is these hourly and 4-hour highs. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I was thinking, to be honest. But either way, the same sort of principle still stands. We could come down to these 15-minute low resistance draws. This hourly for value gap, 5-minute retrace moves higher. ES, 15-minute for value gap, 15-minute low resistance draws, 1 minute, boom. Or pushes up. ES is currently almost at this 15-minute fair value gap. NQ is quite far, so I'll be unsure as to how I'd treat that. We'll see what happens when we get into it. But what I am I think the most attainable thing is potentially moves higher, an SMT at this high, and then because ES is a lot closer to it, and then on the moves up we generate liquidity on the moves up for targets that we can take for shorts off of that. But we'll see what happens when market opens in 9 minutes time. One quick more thing before market opens in 3 and a bit minutes. If you're new to trading on TradingView, the settings I have for trading, I have instant orders placement on. So as soon as I press buy, I'm buy I'm in, and I can change the contracts here. This, I already know sort of how much I'm risking before I enter a trade. I also have a calculator next to me to help calculate stop loss before I enter, so I can judge on contracts as well. Usually on just ES, I'm just having one contract. On MNQ, I'm having about three normally, 3 or 4. It depends on your stop loss size, really. And MES, normally I'll have 5. So that's the max I can have. But I've got instant orders placement on. I do have the sound on just because it's nice. I don't extend the price line out because it just covers my chart with loads of fucking lines. Not a fan of that. And when you're demo trading, I won't log out actually. When you're demo trading, you can drag from your entry line and your TP and your stop loss. But on Tradeovate you can't, so you have to set your own limit orders manually, like here. So once I've entered, I use these buttons to set my stop loss, really. But this is going to be a video of how I trade normally, not how I used to trade when I started on TradingView. This is how I trade now after doing it for a long time. So I hope it helps, sort of. But this is how I trade now. When I first started trading on TradingView, I would use this menu and market. I'd type in my stop loss price. So say I had a position there, whatever. I'd type in 18705.75, and I'd change my risk here. So when it was 500, then I'd enter. Or if I was risking 250, I'd enter. Because if you change it here, it changes where your stop loss is. So if you see, I wanted to risk like 500 here, the price stays the same, so the stop loss stays in the same place. But obviously, because price is moving, the ticks are moving, this is moving, this is moving. If you then change this one, say you want to risk $500, it will move your stop loss price to wherever you're risking $500, if that makes sense. So I don't, if I was using this menu, I'd only change this one, then I'd change how much I want to risk up there. But I just use instant orders now. That's just something I'm clarifying before we get into market open. I hope that helps. All right. So NQ has come into this 15-minute fair value gap. ES has not. And took out these 5-minute lows. But ES hasn't yet. If I was to use that as an SMT, I'd have to wait, obviously, for this candle to close up on both indices to form that 5-minute SMT. Or NQ could keep moving lower to this hourly imbalance. ES maybe into this 15-minute imbalance. We'll have to see what happens. Off of the move up after market open, ES obviously did fill this 15-minute fair value gap all the way. We had a 1-minute break of structure. 1-minute imbalance didn't get hit. We just sold off. NQ moved up to nothing really. None of my targets. 15-minute imbalance highs. Oh, I don't know what I pressed then. But I haven't seen anything from this move up to make me want to go short anyway. No catalyst like liquidity or an imbalance. It's just sort of gone up and then come down. But we'll see what we get now off this 15-minute imbalance. We'll see what happens. ES has just broke 1-minute structure back to the upside. Thank you. Not quite breaking back to the upside yet. We'll see what happens. Very much sideways movements right now. If this 5-minute candle closes up, then we should have an SMT. I am going to mark out that low there and put alert on it. Just so we know if the SMT breaks and we're looking at NQ, we've got that alert set up for the time being. I don't really like using 5-minute liquidity, but there's like in line with the 15-minute imbalance as well. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I typically like to wait for both indexes to do the same thing, like a 1-minute breaker structure at the same time, or yeah, I wouldn't really take a trade just off of one breaker structure on one index, because if they haven't both broke, one could still be going down. You get what I mean? So it's really just all about patience at the minute. Just waiting. It's only 9:42. We've had 12 minutes of market open, so really just staying patient, not looking at much. Really a trade forming right now, to be honest. As of yet, we'll just wait and see what happens. There might not be a trade today, and this could be a trade recap of a no trade day, just live instead of afterwards. So we'll see what happens as price develops. All right, I'm going to leave recording on for a bit now, just see what happens. We've got a minute left to this 5-minute candle closes, and we could potentially be forming a 5-minute SMT. We've also had a 1-minute SMT if this candle closes bullish. Boom, 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 boom. We'll see what happens though with this candle, because this candle decides quite a lot on the 5-minute as well. So we'll just see what happens. You could have a potential trade setup forming. If you form this 5-minute SMT, I'm happy to look on the 1-minute for entries. It's looking like, okay, 5-minute SMT. Whoa. 5-minute SMT. Awesome. Oh my days. And we've just pushed past that high. Boom. Break of structure at the same time. Pretty much. Let's see what we get now. Also got that 1-minute SMT we mentioned. Oh my days, I don't want that one. I'm stressing. I'm not stressing. Alright, we'll see what happens. Nice little 5-minute SMT off the 15-minute. The value gap. We've had the 1-minute break. Got our 1-minute order block here that we have now just come into. Again, completely covered off the possibility of an imbalance. ES doing similar. We'll see what happens. Now draw on our equilibrium because we made that high. Had that 5-minute SMT. See what happens. ES is okay, right. Coming back down now. This 5-minute SMT is obviously still holding. Just draw that onto that. There we go. Okay, we've come down into this equilibrium. A close out of both would probably warrant a trade. Put our stop like there, probably. 145 times 50 cents is 72. Okay, we're going to go 5 contracts here. We've had a close out, or we'll go 4 actually. Boom. And we will, it's 181 tick stop loss, times that by 50 cents, times that by 4. We've risked $362 here. We will sell for back at there. There's our stop. We've got a 1-minute imbalance there. It's not quite. I'm happy to take it all off there, to be honest. Could leave a runner up there. I'm happy to take off 3 at these equal highs here. 3, and then 1881.75. We will sell back. Oh my god, I can't get it. Oh my god. Why isn't it letting me take it? Why isn't the trade coming up? There you go, sell 3. Back at there, and then we will sell 1 there. ES never invalidated that imbalance either, which is quite good. We did get that strong leg down and push back up again. We'll just see how this goes. We've got risked 181 times 50 cents times 4 contracts, $362 risk, plus a bit for commission and that. Our stop is beneath that low. The SMT on the 5 minutes still holding. And we'll just see what happens now. We'll stick on the tunes and let this trade play out. It is 9:49. This position was took at 9:47.01. We're getting legs down now. Maybe it was wise to wait for the 5 minute. Could have been wise to wait for that 5 minute black candle back down as that 5 minute retrace, but it was only a 15-minute imbalance. But even so, we're getting that now. I'm happy with this trade, happy with the amount risked, happy with our stop, happy with everything. 1 minute break, 1 minute order block, 1 minute equilibrium, close out of both. Bit of an unlucky fill, but it is what it is. We could have just waited a little bit longer, maybe. Not sure what for. Okay, we're getting quite a bit of legs down now. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we've invalidated that imbalance on ES. SMTs, both are still holding though. NQ getting legs down. That's what it is, I guess. We'll see what happens. Alright, I don't know if this was a mistake or not, but I've just closed my position because ES took this low. So the 5 minute SMT was no longer valid. And I have just closed my position. Maybe it wasn't the smartest play. So we're now getting legs back up again. Maybe it was not the smartest play at all. Was that foolish of me? We lost. How much did we lose? Minus 317. That was probably very foolish of me, actually. Probably should have just stuck to my stop, even though ES did take out that 5 minute low. Getting rid of the SMT. We'll see what happens to this inverse for value gap now. Okay, that was stupid, I think. Maybe looking to get back in here. Unsure. See what happens with this invert with this fair value gap. We're getting. Was that foolish of me? Potentially. We'll see what happens. I think that was pretty silly closing, but we'll see what happens. Plus, I had the alert come up on ES and I just panicked. I'm getting back in. A bit preemptively there. Possibly. Very preempt. What did I do that for? Really making mistakes today. First day back on a challenge. Really making the mistakes. Now I will sell to stop and why isn't that coming up? That is really weird. Sell to limit. We still haven't inversed that imbalance that we were talking about, which is, again, this is pretty foolish of us, this second trade here. We are risking 144, x.5, x2, another $144 on this trade, which brings our total risk to just over 1% for the day, which I'm still kind of happy with, but I'm not happy with why we closed, to be honest. I don't know why we closed. We'll see what happens if we inverse this fair value gap then. There we go. We'll just see what happens now. This won't take us out of total. This won't bring us back to break even for the day, so we'll be the losing day, I think, which is tough. But it's something to learn from. We shouldn't have closed, I don't think. I think it was a pretty foolish move of us to close there. So it is what it is. Here we just inverse both on ES now. There was just that little bit more manipulation down. I guess. We never even hit our actual stop loss either. There we go, we're getting legs up now. Potentially. Would that... Nah, that's just chasing money at that point. Moving our TP up to there, it's just fully chasing money. We'll see what happens here. The SMT is no longer holding because the ES did also sweep these lows now. And we really have got chopped up on the 1 minute today, I think. But we're getting legs up now. Yeah, this won't take us out of drawdown for the day, which is fine. We'll be $100-ish down. Yeah, I think that was pretty foolish. We closed as soon as he swept those lows. There we go, legs higher now. Mistakes they happen. Going into this challenge, I wanted to get rid of these small mistakes. But it doesn't matter. What happens, happens, I guess. Yeah, ES is now back within this 15-minute imbalance. I think it's these little mistakes that we need to get rid of. It's happening on last week. We had the little mistake and then the winning trade, and then the little mistake, too tight of a stop, then the winning trade. It's the little mistakes that we need to eliminate. I don't know why I closed the position, to be honest. That 1 minute imbalance is still holding at the minute. ES has ran through it so many times already. I might move my stop up to break even now on this trade just to be break even. Overall, for the day, yeah, I'm going to do that. Leave my mouse button there so we can see the dollar amount P&L, but stops now at break even on this trade. Just so we can take the loss really on the head. And not lose any more. We'll just see what happens now. To be honest, I've accepted the outcome of today as a red day, as a loss from the day, and that's just what we need to do. We're now running back down. Again, and only Tuesday, very sideways day, really. Look at that. That is sideways, very side. NQ the same. Very sideways. There we go. Stopped at break even. Was that the right call? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Was today the right call? No. Mistakes were made. But I'm done for the day. I'm not out trading anymore. $322 down on the day. Not a great start to the Thunder Challenge account. Cancel that order now because I don't want to get it filled. That's tricky. It's tough. It's tough. We have just perfectly filled that imbalance right there. It's a sideways day. We have succumbed to the 1 minute chopped up. We have succumbed to that, if I'm honest. But it doesn't matter. I'm happy with what we saw. This first execution was a solid execution. It would still be obviously be running at the minute. We'll just see what happens. I would be happy if we hit TP because we were right. I'd be happy if we hit stop loss because we lost $322 and we risked $360 something on that trade anyway. So if this trade now comes back on its TP, I wouldn't care. Take this day on the head, first day back on a combine, get the mistakes out of the way, really. Did we inverse that imbalance that high? No, we closed on it. Or did we? We did inverse it. Either way, we're getting legs up again now. Just totally getting chopped up on the 1 minute today. It's just hit 10 o'clock. New candles opening on the 4 hour and on the hourly. We'll just see what happens. We've made this hourly imbalance now. Yeah. Honestly, annoying day. Annoying day. If this plays out, we were right. And I'm happy taking that away from the day. We can draw that there. There we go. Tough day in the office. Getting legs higher again now. It is really tempting just to fucking press 5 buy, but I'm not going to do that. That's how we blew. That's how we blew the account last time, the funded account that we'd passed. So I'm not going to do that. But that is unfortunate. We have succumbed to being a bitch and closing early, not letting our stop loss ride, not letting the trade ride, and then we re-entered and then got stopped at break even. So that was the right decision. I think stopping the second trade out at break even was the right decision because I think it just was. So yeah, we have now inversed that imbalance on the 1 minute as well. There's just it's a tough day. What we should have done, we had the 5 minute SMT hold for a little bit, which was a catalyst to enter. 15-minute fair value gap, 1 minute break of structure, 1 minute order block. This moved down that swept out the 5 minute liquidity. Equilibrium from this low to this high, wick in, close out of order block and equilibrium, boom, enter, stop underneath this low. Where was it? It was there, and then it was 181, so it was almost 20, which is what I like to do anyway. TP1 there as high as TP2 there, and that trade would still be running if we hadn't closed it out. So mistakes were made today. Even if the SMT doesn't hold, fucking ride the trade to stop loss still. That's a lesson for today. I'm glad the second trade was stopped at break even because I like to only take one trade in a day. And that's fine. I hope this video helped to see how I execute and stuff. I'll just do an update in a couple of 10 or 15 minutes and see where price ends up going and give an update on that because I won't do a trade recap today. I'll just do this. So, yeah. Alrighty. So, stopped out. It would have been now anyway. So, our decisions were correct in overall. So, what did we see? 5 minute brief 5 minute SMT, 5 minute liquidity sweep in this 15-minute fair value gap on NQ. Then had a 1 minute break of structure, came into a 1 minute order block and equilibrium from the low to the high. Boom, close out, stop under here. First take profit was these highs, and second take profit was this 15-minute fair value gap up here. We closed it early when ES broke past this low, which was the SMT that was holding anyway. which ended up being the right decision. We then took another trade when this imbalance here got disrespected, and that got stopped at break even as well, which is completely fine. So you can get rid of that in a minute once I took a screenshot. Overall, not a correct day for our system, sort of, because if you remember on ES, I was saying, right, we could come into this 15-minute imbalance and then get legs down to these low resistance draws down here, which has happened. We just didn't trade it. We were too focused on what NQ was doing, because NQ was not anywhere near anything to the upside. If we have a look, NQ was nowhere near anything. We should have took that really as our SMT. ES was in that 15-minute imbalance. NQ wasn't. Well, should have, would have, could have, whatever you want to call it. So we came up, we had the leg down, we had the 5-minute retrace, and then there's so many. I'm going to delete all of this for now. It's so choppy out here at the minute. Like the 5-minute break structure there, we should have spotted that really. The NQ 5-minute break structure as well. It did break back to the upside, I think. The high 777 close 7. Yeah, it did break back to the upside, but either way, ES didn't anyway. And then it's very choppy, but a stop above that high would have protected you all the way anyway. Even if you do take a break and then there's an imbalance, it's a very weird price. I can't really pick out such a trade that I would have taken on ES. It's just right. 15-minute imbalance got respected multiple times. There was a break of structure. There was an imbalance. Whether that was an entry down to those lows, not really. I'd already taken 2 trades by that point anyway. And we'd already swept out and filled this 15-minute imbalance. So the very well. No, what? What on about? Yeah, very well could have. It's drawing here. Very well could have come back up, offered that, and then come higher. So that not really a viable trade, if I'm honest. So what we were looking for didn't really play out. We got chopped up on the 1 minute a little too much, a bit too impatient. That might be because I was doing this recording. I might not do another one. Just because it's too much to think about, innit? But yeah, it was looking good. We never got stopped out of our original trade. We just closed it early, but it did end up being the right move. Yeah. That's it, really. Hope this video helped. Peace. Right, full transparency, guys. Full transparency. So we had, obviously, you've seen what happened. We had the loss. $322. We were at $322 loss for the day. And I was fine with, I was fine with that. I was like, yeah, fine. First day, not a good first day, but it's fine. Honestly, that's how much you wanted to risk coming in. And then I looked at TJR's stream and saw he had made a bunch of money, and was right, and he was shorting. He took the ES shorts off of it here, really, and then moves down. There's 15-minute imbalance. I'm trying to see what we should have really been looking at that, to be honest, because it doesn't matter what we should have been looking at. And then what I did, I jumped on NQ and did that. And I don't know why I did it. I've done this I've button spammed so many times on trading combines. So many times I've button spammed and it's never worked out for me ever. And I fucking did it again. I did it again. And the account now sits 1,007 for the day, 48,993. My emotions got the better of me again. And I've my funded, I lost this way, the one that I passed. My 100k combine, I lost this way. And I had that 2 weeks on demo, and my emotions were so good. I was so patient. Even on a loss, I was like, that's fine, there's always tomorrow. The second I'm on a challenge, it goes all out the window. I should have just logged out my broker. I used to do that. I used to log out my broker after a trade, win or loss. But I didn't. I did this, and that's what happened. So, the game plan this week we've got a lot of news. Tomorrow we've got PPI, CPI. Tomorrow we've got CPI, and then PPI on Thursday. So I'm gonna stay on this account for the end of the week. I'm gonna go a bit heavier on the risk. I don't know what that was, by the way. Why did I do this? Um, my emotions were so good on demo as well, and thing is, I'm disciplined outside of trading. Like, I'm going on my runs, I'm doing my shoulder exercises. I'm injured at the minute. I'm doing exercises. I'm going on my runs. I'm doing everything. I'm being so disciplined. I'm reading books. I'm hitting my daily goals. I'm drinking my water. I'm eating my apples. I'm eating healthily. But I can't get disciplined over my emotions, especially on a challenge. I can on demo. Demo, I'm absolutely fine on. But it's just tough. So the rest of this week, I'm going to stay on this account. I'm going to go a little bit heavier on the risk, I think. Need to do that. That's going to be tough, writing all that out. I'm just disappointed I'm just so disappointed in myself as well, because I know exactly what I should be doing. And it's just tough. It's genuinely tough. But if we can get this out of drawdown, we can get it out of drawdown. If not, I'm gonna probably just reset the account. Yeah, which is expensive. It's like 40 quid, and it was 40 quid to buy anyway. So it's a very, I don't know why I do this to myself. I don't know why I do it. I literally looked at myself on, and you can't see it. I looked at myself on Streamlabs, and I was like, why are you looking for a trade? Why are you doing this? And I just pressed fucking sell, and then I was like, I'm gonna just close, and then I didn't close, and I pressed sell again, and then I bought. Why did I buy 5? What am I doing? What am I doing? Look, buy 5, and I closed it all straight away. Even if I had left it, look at it, it would have been up. Anyway, I don't know why. Why do I button spam? I genuinely don't get it. Well, I do know. I get it. I want to make money. I want to pass the account. That's the underlying reason. 95% of your trading problems come from wanting to make money. And I know that. I know it. And I know I was doing it with the intention of making money and making back what I had lost. And I know it was wrong, but I still pressed the button, and I still need to take accountability for it. So this video, yes, this video is a tough one to make. A very tough one to make. I came into, yeah, I'll just make this video just so people can see, oh yeah, how you actually place trades. And I don't know what I did. I do know why. I don't know why I did what I did. Like, I know exactly why you do it, or make money, and I know exactly you shouldn't do it, but I still pressed. Why did I press the button? Even though in my head I literally knew. I literally knew. I said to myself, "You're doing this to try and make money." I still pressed the button, and that shows a lack of discipline. And I'm disciplined outside of trading. It's just not correlated at the minute, which is something I need to work on. And it's going to be a long, long day until tomorrow, where I can. I'm just disappointed in myself, to be honest. I mean, look at this fucking price action anyway. We like what ES is a lot cleaner with the obvious moves down off this 15-minute imbalance, which is what we had charted out anyway. But it just wasn't meant to be, I guess. Which is yeah. That that wraps up today. Very emotional video. I mean, you'll see how trades are executed and stuff. And it is a trade recap as well. It is live trading. It is just trading is such a difficult thing emotionally, and I clearly haven't got that nailed down yet. We were fucking wrong today anyway. Whether it's being able to admit that I'm wrong, that I'm struggling with. Um, but I don't know. It's just such a grueling one. No, it is such a grueling one. But that wraps up the video. I'm just disappointed in myself. Why do I do what I do? But see ya in the next one. Peace out.